Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me Mohammed Hasnan and welcome back to another video. So in our today's video, we are going to discuss about nutrition in plants. So one of the characteristics of living organisms is nutrition. If you haven't checked out my video on characteristics of a living organism, so don't forget to check out after this. So one of the characteristics of a living organism is nutrition. This means that they need to eat food and absorb nutrition in order to survive. There are multiple modes of nutrition in living organisms. For example, humans means animals have a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. This means that they rely on organic substances which are made by other organisms. But in the case of plants are autotrophs and their mode of nutrition is autotrophy. This means that they make their own food. In today's video, we're going to discuss how plants make their own food. So the process through which plants make their own food is known as photosynthesis. So let's start by discussing what is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process where plants, algae, and some bacteria use raw materials such as carbon dioxide and water to make their own food. In this process, light energy from the sun is converted into stored chemical energy so that the plant can use that chemical energy as a source of energy. Oxygen is released as a byproduct of this reaction, means when plants make their own food using carbon dioxide, sunlight and water, they release oxygen. So that's why oxygen is in the atmosphere. This vital process of photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplasts of a plant cell, and this is done using chlorophyll, which is a green pigment that absorbs sunlight. So as photosynthesis is a reaction, it has a word equation. Some products the plant will take in and then release others as a byproduct. So the word equation for photosynthesis is carbon dioxide plus water, these are the raw materials, equals to means an arrow, and in this arrow we write sunlight and chlorophyll because these are the two conditions needed for photosynthesis. If these two conditions aren't there, photosynthesis is not possible. So carbon dioxide plus water, arrow, sunlight and chloroplast equals to oxygen plus glucose. So glucose is a sugar which the plants produce, but it is not stored as glucose inside the plant. It is stored as starch which is insoluble in water. As plants have water, so the sugar doesn't need to be soluble in water, so it is converted, means glucose is converted into starch and then it is stored in the plant, as starch is the main sugar storage in plants. And then oxygen is also released as a byproduct. As I told, it is released into the atmosphere. Now there are specific factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis, means these factors, if they are more or less, photosynthesis rate can vary. So the first one is light intensity, means higher the light, the more photosynthesis will take place. So the graph for light intensity as a factor increases linearly, means as light increases, rate of photosynthesis also increases, but until a specific point. That point is known as the light saturation point. At this point, the plant has get enough light and it can't get any more. So the graph now becomes straight. Second one is carbon dioxide concentration in the air. So the plant needs more carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. So higher the carbon dioxide concentration in the air, higher the rate of photosynthesis. And this also has the same graph as light intensity. The third factor is temperature. So higher the temperature, higher the rate of photosynthesis. So basically plants have enzymes and those enzymes are responsible for photosynthesis, and those enzymes rely on temperature. So higher the temperature will get, higher kinetic energy becomes, and then higher photosynthesis takes place. But this has a specific point, means the enzyme has a specific temperature. After that temperature, the enzyme basically dies and stops giving the reaction, so the reaction goes down, but still it increases until that point is reached. For your information, Rubisco is the enzyme which is used in photosynthesis, and it is the most used enzyme in the entire world. The last factor is chlorophyll. The amount of chlorophyll restricts the rate of photosynthesis. So this was all about photosynthesis and the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis. I hope so that you find this video informative. If you did so, then don't forget to like it, subscribe my channel so that you can get further videos, and all other topics like enzymes will be discussed in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.